Hey, hello everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, City of Las Vegas Communications Director David Riggleman. Coming up on this show, a bill that would waive pet adoption fees for veterans and first responders. Plus, a family-friendly event that's all about the pets. We'll fill you in on all the fun details. Joining us to discuss these topics and much more is our Ward 4 Councilwoman. You know who it is. Francis Allen-Palenske. Welcome back.
Thank you, Dave. It's great to be here.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Spring has sprung, and here we are. We're moving into April, and man, you have a lot going on. It's a pet-themed show today. We're going to jump into that. Yeah,
I love the pets.
We do. You know Ward 4 very well. It's the area you represent. For those of you out there not exactly sure where Ward 4 is located, well, don't worry. We'll show you on the map. Out in the northwest area of the city, appropriately enough, with the 4 on the map. If you live in that area or work in that area, then of course you're in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. And if you're a resident out there, you are represented on the city council by Francis Allen-Palenske. Councilwoman, great topics today, all kind of, as I said, pet themed, and we're going to jump in and talk about this first thing. The Nevada legislative session is underway in Carson City. Lawmakers are considering a bill that would waive pet adoption fees for veterans and first responders. Joining us for this important conversation is one of the special assistants for Ward 4, Samantha Bivins. She is also a co-author of this bill known as Senate Bill 325. Sam, so good to see you. Thanks for being on the program and getting us up to speed on Senate Bill 325. This is near and dear to you, Councilwoman, because your husband is a retired first responder himself, fire captain.
And my father was a police officer.
Yeah, father was a police officer.
Got a son who's a firefighter as well, so covers all of them.
Exactly. So Sam, tell us about SB 325. What's the gist of this?
So the gist of the bill is to give veterans and law enforcement, fire, first responders the ability to adopt a pet from any shelter in the state with no fees associated at all.
But what's the purpose behind that? What's the idea?
So there are a lot of studies that show the impact that animals, pets, have on people who suffer from PTSD, anxiety, and depression. So this bill is to hopefully alleviate what we see in veteran and law enforcement, first responder suicides.
And Councilwoman, I think that's really key because, at least with veterans, we know specifically that there's a high rate of suicide compared to the rest of the population. Scary.
Indeed, and if the bill can save an animal life and save a hero's life, we should definitely do it.
Yeah. And then also, not just veterans, but police officers, first responders, firefighters would also be included in this as well.
Pets for heroes.
Yeah, pets for heroes. I like that. That's the theme here. Okay, very good. And then, Sam, talk a little bit about the logistics of this. So, would every first responder have an opportunity, or how would the process kind of work?
So essentially, when we sat down with Senator Donyate and the Councilwoman and Hillary Gray from the Animal Foundation, we discussed that the pets that would be able to be adopted needed to be over the age of 6 months, and they needed to be at the shelter for 7 consecutive days. And with those being the specifications, it made it so that animals that were about to term out on their time being in the shelter, they would have that second chance at life. And also, a lot of people who come in and do adoptions, they want younger pets. So this gives the opportunity for some of the older pets who aren't just puppies or kittens to be able to be adopted as well.
And also, too, Sam, it sets it up to where some of maybe the more desirable breeds, the public would still kind of have first dibs at adopting those.
Absolutely.
Those pets, so.
And everyone is eligible. The guideline is that they will need to provide identification that shows either that's a veteran card or some sort of badge. And they would be permitted to adopt 1 pet per year.
Okay, 1 pet per year. And then you mentioned Senator Donyate from here in Southern Nevada is the sponsor of the bill, and you helped write it. How did that come to pass, Sam, where you two ended up working on this together?
Well, Senator Donyate and I were actually student senators together at UNLV years and years ago.
It's a small world.
Yes.
Las Vegas.
And this isn't the first time we teamed up. We teamed up during the last legislative session as well, and we did some handgun legislation. So we try to kind of team up. It's sort of what we do now, that every time there's a session, if there is a bill that I think is worthwhile that he would be interested in introducing, sit down and have a conversation with him about it. And this bill actually came into inception because I went to an Army-Navy game watch party. And there was a founder of a nonprofit organization from California called Patriots and Paws who approached me, and she said, hey, this bill just went forth in California. Do you think that's something that could be done in Nevada?
You said.
And this is a no-brainer. This is bipartisan legislation that benefits so many people. So I brought it to Senator Donyate, and he said, let's roll with it.
Well, what do you two think? What are the chances of what are you hearing from Carson City? Good chance that this is going to pass, bipartisan. That's good.
It's hard to say no to a bunch of veterans, too.
Yeah, right, exactly, Councilwoman.
Dare them.
Well, especially when we know the statistics, we see rates of suicide, rates of PTSD. If this is something that we as a society can do to help alleviate that, it seems like a simple step to do. So, and plus, as you said, Councilwoman, it benefits the veteran, the first responder. It also benefits the animals. So a nice win-win-win for everybody all the way around. Now, we're going to give people, we want to hear what you out there think about all of this. So again, we'd love to hear your opinion. So please scan the QR code on the screen and it'll take you to a poll. Now, you're going to be asked, should we pass Senate Bill 325 to allow the waiver of pet adoption fees for veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders? And you have three options there. The options will be yes, I fully support the bill and believe it will make a difference. 2, no, I don't support the bill at this time. And 3, I need more information before making a decision. So, Councilwoman, you're going to help gather those results and then give them to Sam and Senator Donyate, and we'll go from there. So, right?
Yep, we hope to have a large showing online, so please do participate.
Yeah, easy to do. And we'll have that QR code up a few more times before the end of the show so that if you'd like to participate, again, love to hear from you. Sam, any idea how many people you think we might hear from on this? I mean,
the veteran community in Las Vegas is huge, and a lot of them are pet owners. And it's not a stretch to say that some of these animals have really saved people's lives. So I suspect that there's going to be a lot of support both up in Carson City and then also testifying in support of it down here through the video link or through writing in. So I suspect it's going to be a big outpouring of support.
I think so too. Sam, talk a little bit about that too. We touched on this at the beginning, but the ability for pets to help alleviate PTSD. Talk a little bit more about that. What the science is behind that, and kind of what the findings have been on that. It's not just pie in the sky. There's really legitimate research that shows, data that shows that this works.
There have been several studies over the year that support just what it does psychologically for a veteran. So much so that what has happened is that law enforcement agencies around the country now are starting to implement animals in departments because they've seen the impact with the veteran community.
Well, good.
We've seen that here at DPS. DPS has Scarlet. The school district has Oreo. We really implemented these animals, and they just bring the stress levels down.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how that works all the way around. Well, Sam, Councilwoman, we've got baby about a minute left in this discussion. Sam, we're going to have to say goodbye to you. Is there anything else you want to add before we toss a break?
No, I don't think so, but thanks so much for having me on.
Okay, well, good luck. Again, folks, that QR code that we mentioned, please, we'd love to hear from you. You just click on it with your phone off the screen, and again, we'd really, really love to get your opinion on that. Again, this is Senate Bill 325, and it would allow the waiver of pet adoption fees for veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders. So, Councilwoman, thank you so much. We'll keep you around. Sam, thank you. Very informative discussion. Folks, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, but coming up, a pet parade in the park. We'll fill you in on all the fun. It's right after this.
made your house a reality. Homeschooling yourself on loans, color-coding listings, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. If you can ace house hunting, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back, everyone. In our last segment, we discussed a bill that would waive pet adoption fees for veterans and first responders. We'd love to hear from you. You can scan that QR code on the screen, and it'll take you to a poll. You'll be asked, should we pass SB 325 to allow the waiver of pet adoption fees for veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders? Yes, I fully support the bill. It would be one option. No, I don't support the bill at this time. Or third, I need more information before making a decision. All right. Well, we're going to move on, Councilwoman, to our next topic. We have a great guest coming in. If there's one thing that locals are crazy about in a good way, it's our pets. Ward 4 is hosting a Movie in the Park event in April, and it's all about the pets. But before we get to that, let's welcome our second guest to the show. He's an officer with City of Las Vegas Animal Protection Services. We're very pleased to have Officer Eric Dishbein on the show with us. Eric, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Good to have you on board. And Councilwoman, it's a big, cool event coming up for the whole family.
If you're in the Northwest, please come out and join us.
Yeah.
We're going to see the film Pets 2 number 2.
It's going to be on April 25th out at Tregono Hills Park.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, what can people expect when they come out there?
We're going to have a truck out there. We're going to be giving out some free items just for people to come and kind of support us and kind of see the whole event. We're going to be bringing out Scooby-Doo and also another pet just so the kids can scan them, touch the truck, and kind of just get a whole kind of feel of what we do and how the microchipping is very important.
So, Eric, tell everybody it's not the actual real Scooby-Doo, but it's this stuffed animal Scooby-Doo, right? Tell us about it, yeah.
We got a big orange Scooby-Doo stuffed animal. We have a microchip in there. Also, he's part of our system, with Chameleon. So we can show that, how he's registered with our system and how with microchipping we can get animals back to people if they ever get lost. So.
And that's a key thing, Councilwoman, because I think some people have the impression that when our animal protection services officers go out, that they find an animal, they're going to take it immediately to the shelter or to the pound, to use the old phrase. But Eric, that's not how it works, is it?
No, it's not. We always try to return to the owners, things like that, because accidents happen, and trying to get a pet back home is better than trying to bring it down to the Animal Foundation.
Exactly. So you guys scan the chip. This is why it's so important to get your dog's chip, which is an ordinance anyway, Councilwoman. Mm-hmm. You got to have
it's
required here in City of Las Vegas. But then you'll scan them, and then if you know where they're located, you just take them back to their owners then, right?
Yeah. If they're not in our system through Chameleon, usually we can find it through aaha.org. We just put in their microchip information, and they'll let us know who they're registered with, like PetLink, Home Again, and we'll be able to call over to them and get information to try to bring them back home.
Let me ask you this, Eric. What happens if people move and they need to update the chip? How do you go about doing that?
We can update it in our system if they need it. We can update it through the Animal Foundation. Most of the time, PetLink and Home Again will call out and reach out to them, either via email, phone call. Most of the time, the phone numbers stay the same. It's just
good point.
The addresses change.
Exactly. Anything else, Councilwoman, going to go out at this big event, April 25th at dusk, I should say, is the sun setting?
Of course. We'll have a pet parade. It's really a great opportunity for kids to bring their pets and enjoy the DPS offerings and to learn more about how they can keep their animals safe. 75% of the animals at our Animal Foundation, the shelter, are just misplaced. If we can reduce that number to 50 or 40%,
it's huge.
It'll be much fewer overcrowding and burdening issues that we have at the Animal Foundation. So help us all out. It takes all of us to make a difference and make their jobs easier and reunite animals with families, because that's a sad situation if you've ever been in it. Yeah, for sure. Had an experience just in our own neighborhood. A couple of German Shepherd mixes were got out, and of course my wife, being the good heart that she is, brought them into the yard. We have a German Shepherd, and we didn't mix the three of them, but sure enough, I called APS, and they scanned, and lo and behold,
The officer was able to take the dog right back. The dog had gotten about 1.5 miles. They'd gotten about 1.5 miles from their home.
Wow.
But they were back that night, so it was. We were happy to hear that. It made us all smile.
That is the success story we want.
Exactly.
In mass.
And so, Eric, Councilwoman was saying most of the animals that you come across are gotten out, right? They've gotten out. Somebody left a gate open. It's not like they're just strays running around all the time.
No. Most of it's their own dogs. A lot of the issues we're coming across is, again, with the microchipping. Ever since the new law did take effect, we've seen a huge increase in microchipping, been able to return back to the owners.
That's awesome.
It's just some dogs, it's just we're trying to get to that level to where people understand that, hey, microchipping is a big part for us to get your dog back to you.
And Eric, talk a little bit about that too, because if people are thinking, oh, how much is that going to cost? There are all kinds of opportunities to have the fee even waived altogether, right?
Yeah, Animal Foundation is kind of the cheaper route. Hearts Life Village, they help out. Heaven Can Wait. There's so many options in which you can get a microchip, and we're more than willing to help you guys out too.
Yeah.
So.
And also, Eric, talk about it doesn't hurt the animal at all, right? There's not any.
No,
The size of a grain of rice.
Yeah, it's a tiny little thing. It's just one injection and it's done, and then it's implanted.
Councilwoman, this is your idea. This is a great idea. This is really a good program. So I'm going to give you the credit.
We love kids in Ward 4, so it's a great opportunity to socialize one of our departments with the children, have a movie, and have fun. There'll be popcorn, of course.
Awesome, which is your favorite. I've been here a long time. We've never done really anything quite like this for like the microchipping and all of that in my time here. So this is really cool. So everybody, want to tell everybody out there, it's April 25th, Dragono Hills Park. It's going to be at dusk. Pets 2 is the movie. I've not seen Pets 2, so I have to come check it out with you that time. And I've not seen it.
Riggleman sighting.
So, again, that'll be as the sun's going down. And Erica, you're going to be out there that night?
I will be out there.
Okay, very good. You get to meet Eric. You get to see the councilwoman. It'll be a nice evening. So,
be fun.
Eric, we're about out of time. Anything else you want to add before we have to say goodbye?
No, we just like to have more people come out and come to the event, and I'd be glad to meet them. So.
Okay, very good. Well, it's a pleasure having you on the program. Good luck to you. This is Eric's television debut. I thought you did a great job. So
thank you.
We'll have you back in the future for sure with that performance. So, Councilwoman, please stick around. It's time for another break, but coming up, some events you don't want to miss. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education. I dare you to be somebody important. Like be a teacher. Or a reality TV star. I dare you to stand up here. To call the shots. To be a role model.
An inspiration.
An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life?
Make me excited about science like you. Have a career that really means something? Then do it. I dare you.
If you smoked, this new lung cancer screening could save your life. Visit SaveByTheScan.org.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look back at what's been happening in Ward 4. You ready to do that, Councilwoman?
Let's do it.
A lot of fun. Since your last visit, you took part in Nevada Reading Week.
Oh, best week of the year.
Yeah.
So much
You
fun.
stopped by Eisenberg Elementary out in your ward. Mm-hmm. And you were reading to like 3 different grade levels?
Yeah, it was so much fun. They're great kids out there. I brought some free backpacks and school supplies earlier in the year, and I was shocked at how many kids remembered me.
So, Councilwoman, what did you read? What did you read to the kids?
Oh, we had a series of Pete books, and Pete's a cat, and he does naughty things and all whatnot. It was a lot of fun. Those kids are really doing great work out there. The teachers, the librarian. The future is bright.
Yeah, well, good for you for taking part. And then you also, out at Cimarron Rose, there was a Cat in the Hat celebration. Was that part of Reading Week too?
It was.
Yeah.
It finished up Cat in the Hat, Nevada Reading Week, and it's called Juice with Seuss. And we bring in juice boxes and Dr. Seuss themed donuts. Really great turnout in Ward 4.
Cool.
There's only one community center in Ward 4, and this is it.
Yeah, Cimarron Rose, yeah.
Small but mighty. You see there a Dr. Seuss book and the Cat in the Hat reading to the kids. It was a huge turnout. We just love participating in this every year. Those kids are wild. The Cat in the Hat is a rock star, a literal rock star with those kids.
that little set they had there is pretty cool too, you know. That was well done.
Kristen Carducci at Cimarron Rose is doing great things.
Wow.
If you need summertime care for your kids, great programming there. Like I said, very small, but mighty.
I love it. And then, Councilwoman, on Saturday, March 15th, you hosted a shredding event, and I heard it was pretty darn successful.
Oh my goodness. We had a record-breaking number of cars go through. In the first hour, over 300 cars were serviced.
Whoa.
And I might remind my friends in Sun City that when we do the shredding, it's limited to 5 boxes. And when we have those medicine drop-offs, we need that medicine in a Ziploc bag.
Yep.
We don't want your amber bottles. We don't want your prescriptions. Just the meds in the bag, handed over, and it'll be good.
Then,
Yeah.
Councilwoman, where did the shredding, this big successful one, took place? Was that Sun City?
That's in the heart of Sun City.
Wow.
And our Sun City citizenry, very, very active.
Yeah.
So.
We're taking that identity theft threat seriously.
And around tax time.
Yeah, exactly.
So you always
Just
have those
get rid of this stuff.
extra documentation. That safest way to do it is to have it
It
shredded.
sure is. Also, folks, when you bring stuff to those events, be cognizant of, paper clips and also the
No
big
batteries.
clips, no batteries. We've had people, a cell phone went through one time. Somebody threw a cell phone, an old cell phone, and it got
Did it catch fire?
it got mangled up in the works of the machine, So don't. Just the paper is what we're looking for,
That's right.
So binders, take it out of the binder, throw the paper, keep the binder. So. All righty, Councilwoman. Well, you have some other events that are coming up that we want to tell everybody about. This is good stuff. First Tuesday, the next one will be, appropriately enough, Tuesday, April 1st. Councilwoman, talk a little bit about this. First Tuesday, it's at all the area commands, right?
Yes, this is a program that Metro puts on, and we've joined together with Metro to bring this into the heart of Sun City at the Starbright Theater. And we'll have our Summerlin Area Command team there, in addition with, well, go ahead, that's your job.
Oh, well, it's the Starbright Theater in Sun City. That's at 2215 Thomas Ryan Avenue. And basically, it's a nice compilation. You get to talk to a lot of people, and I can run through the list of some of the guests who are going to be there that day. But the subject matter is going to be elder abuse, neglect, and fraud.
Correct.
For the residents
Prevention.
out Sun City, prevention and all of that. For the residents in Sun City, that's obviously an important topic. And some of these guest speakers, you're going to have Captain Greg Fennis, as I'm saying it right. You're going to be there. You're also going to have the City of Las Vegas Senior Citizen Advisory Chairwoman, and also in law enforcement, Deanne O'Rear Cameron will be out there. And then Pro Bono Program Director, Senior Law Program Judge William O'Voy is retired from the family court. So it's going to be that's a pretty prestigious little gathering of people to talk about that subject. So
Well, keeping our seniors safe is one of our priorities here at City Hall. So this is just a culmination of that.
yeah, exactly. So again, that's going to be on Tuesday, April 1st.
Coming up.
That gets started right around 6 o'clock in the evening, usually, yeah.
And they're very strict. It runs about 45 minutes. So
Yeah.
we don't go long, but a lot of good stuff inside.
Yeah, and obviously opportunity to ask a lot of questions too, which is good stuff. And then Councilwoman, we've been working on this, looking forward to this for some time, but on Thursday, May 22nd is going to be Nevada Law Enforcement Memorial. We're going to have a ceremony out at Police Memorial Park.
Which has been closed for a year.
It has. Why? Tell us.
Renovations, lots of great stuff happening there. Larger parking lot, the art installation in the middle with the wings, that has never been deep cleaned, so that went some restoration. And we're going to be adding a canine memorial also. So a lot of good stuff. I know the neighbors really want access to that park again, so it's coming soon. Just
Coming up.
last patience with us.
And you had said you'd promised to have it ready by
This event.
Law Enforcement Memorial Day
Yes.
coming up. So that, again, is going to be Thursday, May 22nd, everyone. This is a big deal. 21-gun salute, the whole 9 yards.
We read the name of every fallen officer.
Yeah, and it's going to be you,
Southern Nevada.
the mayor, Kevin McMahill, our sheriff, are going to be out there. I'm sure some others, other VIPs, dignitaries as well.
It's open to the public. Anybody can come. We have a very large showing, of course, from our law enforcement brothers and sisters. But it's great. It's great to bring your kids to. and honor those who dedicated their lives to Southern Nevada.
And then the next day, the very next day, on Friday, May 23rd, we're going to have the Walk of Honor. Very similar, basically.
This is veterans.
This is veterans, yeah. So, Councilwoman, we're asking folks, please bring a photo of your service member and join us for a somber walk as we honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice serving our country. So that's a great idea. That's the first time we've done that, Councilwoman?
This is the first time. We did the flag planting of the 6,000 flags at Police Memorial, and it's spectacular to see. This year, we're going to create a walking path in the middle of it.
Nice.
And the mayor's going to come. We ask that the members of the public come, bring a picture of your loved one that you lost in combat, and we're going to walk silently through the flags.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's going to be a wonderful ceremony. Kudos for getting that started. That's pretty cool.
And if you'd like to help us plant flags in the morning,
yes.
Early as 8 o'clock in the morning. It's pretty backbreaking task, but at the end of it, you just feel this enormous sense of reward doing it.
For sure.
And that all those flags will stay up all weekend. So if you'd like to visit it, if your life doesn't accommodate the Walk of Honor, please come on your own and walk the path. It's beautiful.
Good suggestion. Very good. Again, the event itself will be Friday, May 23rd out at Police Memorial Park. That's at 3250 Metro Academy Way. So, Councilwoman, we're just about out of time, but we want to tell everybody one more time, we'd love to hear from you on Senate Bill 325. The bill would waive pet adoption fees for veterans and first responders. You can just scan this QR code on the screen. It'll take you to the poll, and we'll share the results on a later show. Looking forward to hear how that goes, Councilwoman. So,
hoping to see some significant support.
I think we'll hear from a lot of people on that. So. Want to tell everybody out there, we always want to hear from you. So if there's something you'd like to share with Councilwoman Palenske, you can give her a call. The number is 702-229-2524, or send her an email. Her address is fpalenske@lasvegasnevada.gov. You can also visit the Ward 4 website or subscribe to the Councilwoman's newsletter. All right, everyone. Well, please don't miss our next show beginning on April 3rd with Councilwoman Victoria Seaman. City of Las Vegas TV is now streaming. You can catch all of our shows on YouTube at City of Las Vegas TV. You can also watch online at lasvegasnevada.gov/connect. And be sure to subscribe to our newsletter. You can scan the QR code in the closing credits of this show. Thanks again for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time around.